I would love to go see Primus in concert.
Alrighty, as they get ready to wrap up practice here, good evening. Welcome to the BNR Racing Network. As we take on the Sru Truck Series, one of our favorite leagues to broadcast for. Alongside of me tonight is Will. Hello, Will.
Hello, Brian. Good evening to all, and to all good evening and afternoon and morning and all that other good jazz. Gateway here tonight for the Sru Truck Series.
Yes, good old Gateway. They will take on 101 laps. Good evening there, Drifter.
101 laps, that's just going to be over probably 105 miles, right?
Yes, sir.
Because this is just over a mile in length track. I want to say it's a mile and a quarter. I can't quite remember. We'll see whenever you pop up the race information after we see
I didn't get
some
no
qualifying here.
information for the trucks, so I guess I
well
didn't know. Yep.
Well, we're going to have to get on to Jason after whenever we pull him in and talk to him at some
What
point.
is
Hello, hello.
what is up, Kyle? I know that is you. I do believe,
Okay.
or maybe his kids. I
Uh,
guess.
nephew,
Yes. Oh, and I
possibly.
see Adams hit the wall there in the qualifying round. Um, but I'll go over the little race day information that I have as of if right now. So we don't know how accurate it is, but anyway, we like to thank Track Games for their awesome work and detail of all the camera views we'll get tonight as you watch Philip go around. It is 80 degrees. The track temp will. That might play a big factor. It might drop. It might rise. We don't know. Um, it is a mile and a quarter track. The weather outside is 79 degrees Fahrenheit, 32% humidity, partly cloudy, with an 8 mile per hour wind gust. Will I don't know if that wind gust will play a big key. But they do have
Maybe.
101 laps. So I'm guessing lap 50, 51 the comp will come out. These boys do get unlimited tires. They get 75% fuel, and they get one attempt at a green-white checkered. And these boys rock the 2 quick fixes, so...
Yes. One attempt at a green, white, checkered. Praise Jesus. Now, I would expect some... Oh, excuse me. I would expect some of these truckers to experience some loosey-goosiness, possibly, on cold tires coming out of Turn 4 and Turn 2. But other than that, once they get up to temperature, it still may be a handful, but not as bad, Brian. But may not see a lot of competitors qualify here in this qualifying session. 4-minute qualifying, 2 laps you get, I do believe.
Yes.
I was right whenever I said this was a mile and a quarter. I couldn't believe it. I really like the day glow green and purple of the Bryans
Pink.
here. What did I say?
Purple.
Okay, well, you know, whatever.
It happens, but go ahead.
To me, it's not quite that Barbie pink, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
I guess it could be. I guess depending on the television, your settings on said television, all that other good jazz. But you know what I saw earlier this afternoon, Brian?
What's that? Well,
Okay, so you remember the Pontiac GTOs that they came out with in 2007, I believe, or 2008 for the Transformers, for like the first Transformers movie?
yes.
I saw one of those earlier, and I was like, wow. I always thought they were cool cars. I prefer the hardtop. I cannot stand Corvette versions of cars. I mean, I don't mind them. I guess to each their own, but yeah, I was like, wow, I haven't seen one of those in a while. It caught
Right
my
on.
eye.
But you
I
see
had to mention
Gilmore
it to
is on
somebody.
top of the board. Oh, nope,
Yeah,
no, it's Anderson. So,
this is a very technical track. Also, you got to be very, I would say, I almost want to say very patient getting back to the throttle. You might have to let it roll a lot once your tires start to fade. You're going to have to let it roll a lot regardless. But yeah, it's a very awkward flat track. There's not really too much banking here, but iRacing really, you get a better gift or a better feel of actually how much banking there is at a track like Gateway when it's relatively flat. It's very off-cambered corners, I guess you could say.
yes, indeed. Well, we'll go over the starting grid here. So starting P1 will is Austin Anderson. P2 would be Dakota Bryan. P3 will be Jeff Gilmore. P4 would be Tyler Myers. P5 will be Philip Bridgman. P6 would be Jason Adams. P7 would be Josh Smalls. P8 would be James Bryan. P9 would be Gino Marrow. P10 would be Kyle Heath. P11 would be Clifton Ashley. P12 would be James Coleman-Sperger. P13 would be Kevin Roy. P14 will be Keith Hurlbut. P15 would be Mark Koshik. P16 would be Robert Chiswick. And P17 would be Paul Coheen. So 101 laps, Will. Always good to see it. The wonderful world of Gateway, which in other terms it's WWT, Worldwide Technology, known for Indy cars.
Yeah, but that's just because, somebody bought the rights to call it that because a company wanted to give the track some money. But anyway, I prefer it just be called Gateway. Anyway, yeah, pretty stout field, I would say, here tonight for the SRU Truck Series. Dakota Bryan really qualifying well up on the front row. I want to say, what was it, the top 6 or 8 qualified? Was it 6 or 8?
6.
Top 6. I knew it was one of the two. As they roll off now for the 1 formation lap. So we got a AA, Austin Anderson, qualified on the pole. That's your pole man. I do believe Brian's just barely ahead because the paper.
Yes, Anderson did get the pole.
Yes. So, Mark Koshik and Coheen, anywho, the 51, was not able to grid. That is heartbreaking to see. Always love to see the type of strategy.
Or just an IN? I thought it was with a G.
Bruh.
That's alright. Anywho, that's right. Don't worry about it. As they get ready to take the green flag here, Anderson will lead them. But Brian on the outside. The green flag is out. From the broadcast view last night, it didn't look good, but from the used car view of the flag. That's alright. It happens. Race, get it going. That's for sure. But as we see
racing accidents occur and they tend to happen. We always got to look forward. We can't necessarily be thinking about what happened last night, even though it can linger. But I don't believe it was anything malicious or on purpose. That's for sure. You were just carrying possibly a bit more speed than Phillip. Everybody was on different strategies last night as well. That could have had a lot to play into it. Good opening couple of laps here by the SRU guys, that is for sure. Anderson, Bryan, Gilmore, Myers, Bridgman, that's the top 5 at this moment as they run, but Bridgman's under attack by everybody. Looks like Jason Adams, Kyle Heath, Morrow. Everybody wants a piece of Bridgman. But you got to remember, only the top 6 qualified, so that might have something to do with it. Oh man, it's a dogfight for 6th position.
Oh yeah.
We'll make that 5th because that's James Bryan and Jason Adams. They've had some beef in the past. Not to go to James. Getting up a little bit, or getting an edge on that battle. Jason got up in the marbles, it looks like, had to get way out of it, and he lost a ton of ground. That is Clifton Ashley in the 10, making up some ground there, past 40 and the 24 as well, so he's trying to make himself inside the top 5, but there's only 5 spots, so only 5 people can be in it at a time. So, anywho, look at that 71. Morrow having a good charge up early on through the field. Oh, what a big wiggle by that Tim truck. Jason Adams still can't really recover. It's taken him a while to recover since he had that moment a lap ago. So another momentum track, I would have to say. So when you lose it, oh my goodness, it could take a while to gain it back. That's always a pity because that momentum, you got to be in your rhythm. And if you're not in your rhythm, then you're not going to keep your momentum for too long. And, you're just going to be out of luck at that point. But Dakota Bryan up there in second position, truly challenging now Austin Anderson AA for this lead. Gilmore just stalking, holding back a little bit. But Bryan really trying to apply some pressure to your pole sitter. And indeed, he is there, knocking on the door. Gave him a good bump, it looks like, right as we got to the action going into the corner. Possibly just different let off, letting it maybe breaking points, etc. Gilmore, he doesn't want to get too much involved here, but it looks like he's going to. It looks mostly to be a one-lane track at the moment, Brian.
If yes, you get up out of that, right in that bottom lane, but yes, good.
I was going to say, it looks like if you get up out of it, it's a knife fight to get back into that bottom lane. We have seen Jason Adams struggle once him and James were having a battle. He got up in that high side, and there's no rubber laid down at the moment, I don't think, up in that high groove or just outside of the groove that they're racing in at the moment. So pretty single grooves, but that doesn't mean that there's not side-by-side action.
Speaking of side-by-side, and here we are.
Dakota goes for a move, and maybe Austin might have just backed out of it once he got completely to his door. He didn't want to be side-by-side going into turn 3 and drift up in the marbles. So that was kind of smart, perhaps, to just let him have it and see if he can stay with Dakota or if Gilmore is going to try to pass.
But look who's creeping up to the front here. You see that old 13 car behind these three here.
Yes, the 13 truck of Kyle Heath closing in, currently in 4th position. Started way back, I believe, 9th, I think. And
11th,
making,
I think.
Oh, 11th. Well, that's what you're here for. Started way back yonder and working his way up, trying to get up there in the top 3. He's inside the top 5, so I would say a good run at the moment. Mark Koshik, oh, that is great. He's back in the race, but 11 laps down at this moment in time. So, you never know. Could get 11 cautions before someone else goes a lap down. You never know. It's racing. Good battle back for 13th position. You got Cheswick, Hurlbut, and Small. Well, never mind. Something happened to Josh. I think he found a wall. But Cheswick and Hurlbut, 6th and 7th numbered trucks battling for 13th. They're having a dog fight for that position. And Small has worked his way back to him, it looks like. So the land of mistakes is what the back is called at times. So Gilmore being very patient here in 3rd place, but now Kyle Heath is at his back door. What's he going to do? Is he going to be like, okay, Mr. 23, we got to get it going? Or is he just going to keep riding? I would, probably just be like, okay, well, Kyle, oh man, big bobble or big wiggle going into the corner for Kyle Heath. It almost looks as if he's double pedaling it there, really riding the brake and just on the throttle still, perhaps. I don't know, but that's what it looked like to me. But Gilmore makes a move there on the 23. We finally got that second lane, it looks like, coming in 12 laps into the race. Rubber being laid down fairly quickly here.
Oh, yeah, and if you're Kyle, you're like, go ahead, keep running side by side. I'll catch you and pass you both. We know how Kyle is. As Romero, I always call him very Mr. Consistent. As you see here, getting ready to make the pass on the 23.
Yeah, that's crazy. Mark got 2 laps back somehow.
Yes.
I love how the scoring works sometimes. There
Oh
you
yeah.
see Kyle Heath going for third place. He gets the third place away from Anderson, who takes a look but thinks better of it. So 4-truck breakaway at the moment. Morrow coming in to be a 5-truck breakaway.
Oh,
That's the
Gilmore
top 5.
with the slip up. Gives
85,
Kyle the run.
75. Yes, Kyle making a move on Gilmore after he, like you said, walked it up the hill coming out of turn 2. But I don't think he's going to have enough. Nope, not going to be able to get by him on the exit of turn 4. So either going to have to wait for Gilmore to make another mistake or till he gets a better run. But they're right there now at the back door of the race leader, Dakota Bryan, in that 85. So getting a bit more racy up here at the front. Oh, Gilmore, that was a close one. Really shutting the door on the back of Kyle Heath there.
And then you see Gino. Always good to see him back. Great competitor in the SRU Truck Series. Side by side there with the 23 of Anderson. All trying to run down the 85. But, well, I think Kyle Heath had caught him, though. So,
yeah, there might be a lead change here in the next maybe 5 laps if Gilmore doesn't try to get back at Kyle. But looks like Gilmore's falling into the clutches of Morrow.
he's just 11 laps down. How he's not. Okay. Very weird, but that's alright. That will not affect us, not one bit. We'll continue to get back to the action column here.
Cheswick has moved up a couple of more places. He's now got ahead of Small and Bridgman, so Bridgman has really fallen like a rock way early on here.
I
these
think Phil's saving, though. I think he's hanging back and
possibly
not pushing it too hard. So
as you see a battle for the lead, Kyle Heath really going for it here earlier than I did expect. So I thought he was going to kind of just be patient and ride a couple of laps once he got into second place. He's like,
Kyle.
no!
Wow, those 3 did get loose. All in
I was,
sync
yeah,
at
I
the
was
same
about
time.
to. I was about to say all 3 of them, second, third, and fourth, had a bobble coming out of turn 2.
I wonder if it's when the truck gets up to the back end of the car, if it takes the air off. That's probably what.
Either that, or could just be cranking the wheel a bit too aggressively, or lots of different things could fall into that equation, Brian.
Yes, Will, I do agree. But you see Gino Morrow coming to the inside of that 75 Can-Am truck. Well, Gino get it to stick on the bottom. He sure does. Now he's got Kyle Heath in his sights.
Yes, Gino really having a good run as well here. Moved up, like you just said, into the 3rd spot.
You see Anderson giving that bump to the 75. Hey, I'm here. Hey, I'm possibly a little faster than you. Do you mind scoot boogieing for a minute? Oh, Kyle! Kyle with the bobble under Brian there. But he did back out of it.
Anderson got back around Gilmore.
Oh, yeah. I have it set to exciting, so I'm guessing this is where it's keeping us.
Well, at the moment, I don't really see any other. I'm looking at the interval there, and I don't really see anything else on track at the moment that could be more exciting than this battle up here at the front of the pack, or at the front of the field. You got Gino going side by side with the 13 of Kyle Heath going into turn one. Looks like Gino trying to do a slide job somewhat, half a lane up, and Kyle's just like, all right, Gino, you got it. Go ahead.
Yes.
So, and Anderson fighting back. He got past Gilmore. Gilmore,
Caution's out. So as we see here, old Cliff. A little loose off 1 and 2. Too much throttle, I would say. But otherwise, that is that as they completed 23 laps. But now they're in time for...
Yeah, I was kind of expecting maybe to see pit stops before the comp caution and under green, but this will jump everybody back up. Mark Caution should get your wave around and be only 8 laps down. So, just like what we were talking about early on.
Well, then they're getting close to that stand there.
You know, those stairs.
Yes.
It'd be funny if somebody ran into it.
Well, no.
Nah, I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't have said that. But it would. It would. Nah. Anyway, pretty much everybody indeed in pits here. I believe they can go on a full tank here. 75% is the fuel usage in the SRU Truck Series. So some were saying 40, others were saying 45. So like sometimes you just don't know who to believe in whenever you're trying to get your information. So 40 or 45. Let's find out which is true if we get a green flag length run in. So Kyle Heath there coming out, I suppose, in 4th position of this round of pit stops. Basically the top 5, not really much has changed except for Morrow taking the lead there. I don't think he was in the lead before pit stops occurred.
No, it was Brian.
Yes, I thought so. So Anderson also moved up a position, up into 3rd. So I had a bug fly in my mouth before that caution came out. That's why I was coughing and choking. I don't know where it went. I know, crazy. I felt like that space worm in Star Wars.
Yes. Let's see here. That's not what I want. So Gino is going to bring them back around to the green flag.
Yes, eventually. Once everybody catches back up and Mark gets out of pits doing his pit stop. I think Tyler Myers went back in to maybe top off something. I don't know. Not sure there.
Do you believe it got waved off?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't. I don't think lights were out on the pace truck anyway.
Now
they could have been.
Now they are.
Now they are. Yes.
Hey, right.
So around 23 laps, 22 laps, somewhere around that ballpark until the comp caution. Once we go back green.
Little blinky on Gino's end, but that's all right. These drivers are very well capable of driving around people who blink here and there. I'm sure they'll notify the driver himself. As we get the wonderful sights of the Gateway. Pacetrack does pull off. Gino will lead them to green. There's the St. Louis Arc. Look at that.
Yeah, nice model of St. Louis in the background. That is nice. So.
But anyway, we're back racing, so.
Oh, okay. So Gino really keeping it honest there with Dakota on the outside, but Dakota with that outside going through 1 and 2 on the restart was able to peel ahead down the back straightaway. Oh, excuse me. Oh my. These straightaways.
Oh! There it is.
Yes, indeed. Oh, this is going to be a huge crash, huge crash. Lots of characters involved in this one. I think that all started, maybe Dakota got loose on the outside of Gino coming out of turn 4, or he could have clapped the wall. We had kind of a far angle, couldn't quite see what transpired there. Oh, yep, Dakota got loose on that outside lane with possibly not too much rubber laid down. And I told you early, oh man, Gino got loose and he corrected it. He got it going straight, and then Dakota's like, oh, I got loose, and then he just basically used Morrow as a stopper. That's kind of what happened there. Gino's kind of crabbing as well. Oh man. Really tore that truck all to pieces, as Patrick Line would say. But I think Gino is getting a bit out of shape as well. We kind of mentioned this at the top of the show, Brian, about cold tires. Our fresh tires could be a bit loosey-goosey coming out of these corners, and kind of got to watch. Oh man, exactly, bam. That could have been the culprit right there. Exactly, just fresh tires. It makes you feel like 1,000 buckaroos, but then at the same time, oh man, it can make you go from hero to zero awfully quick as well. That is Exhibit A of that.
Subtitles. Exhibit. Oh.
Bruh. Anyway, so Jason Adams currently with a decent recovery from what he was doing earlier. He was up there, and then all of a sudden he got up out the groove and slipped back. Now he's up in 5th position thanks to what just transpired. So running a patriotic 24 car paint scheme tonight. I believe Jeff ran that in one of the COT or Gen 6 cars at the 600 one year.
Yes, sharp looking 24. Hello, Jason.
What's going on, guys?
Hey, well, nothing much. Did we get some race day information today, or what?
We were trying to guess the mileage and all that, and
Yes, Jason, I just died to ask you in the middle of the race. I got you under some hot water now. Yeah, I'm just kidding, Jason. How's the truck handling, bud?
Man, I'm gonna tell you, it's we were just trying to figure out how to drive this track. This track's very different. 2 different turns. You got to drive this different ways in both turns. Tires is a big issue. We just pitted. My tires didn't look too good on the right front. I think I'm driving it in too hard, but you guys noticed in qualifying, I did wreck it. So it's a learning process out here. Yeah,
Jason. Would you think that maybe what we just saw was a result of fresh tires, perhaps.
Cold tires. Cold tires.
Yeah.
I
Cold,
agree.
cold, fresh. It's not like it's a sports car series or an open car or open wheel series, so you can't throw these tires into an oven. So that's not always nice, I suppose. But anyway, getting doubled up here, so best of luck to you, Jason. Hopefully you can stay up in the top 5 tonight. Have a good run.
Thanks, sir.
Man, I put him under the spot, and he was like, no comment. I'm not even going to answer that, Will. Anyway,
Good old Jason.
yes.
You always got to rough
Yes.
him up a little bit.
I love messing with the guys. Anywho, he's probably like, oh man, those guys are pesky. Anyway, so getting the restart here at lap 32. So Mark Koshik, man, all he needs is 7 more cautions. So 7 more cautions, here we come. I'm just kidding. Anyway, let's see if it'll be an even Stevens restart or Kyle Ron Hornaday Heath gets a great launch hole shot launch, and he is off and away, while Double A there gets right into second, and Gilmore up into third. He slides right in there, and James and Jason are having a battle for 5th position, 4th and 5th, my apologies. So that is the restart on lap 32. And Coleman'sberger in that 11 Hooters machine is up into 6th position. Josh Small, he was way back yonder in about 14th. He's up in 7th. So that's about a 7-spot gain. Right there with Cheswick as well. Man. And there you see Ashley. He spun earlier or got a bit out of shape, found the wall. He brought out the first caution, but he's up battling for a top 10 position. Oh no! Oh man! He went through him. Wow! I don't think Ashley knew they were 3 wide, and things can happen quick at a track that it feels at times like a speedway, but it's a short track feel at times, and you got enough room back here on the back stretch and the front stretch for that matter to go 3 wide, but Ashley's really worried about the 6 truck on his outside, and maybe because Morrow, man, did the 6 not even get involved at all? Oh man, I think Kevin Roy got a clip of it, perhaps. I'm not sure. But, man, that is just unfortunate for Gino. He was really storming his way back up through the field. And just, like I said, not sure if Ashley didn't know he was down there or... Oh, yeah, he got a little bit of it. Really love the Pepsi Challenger schemes that Kevin runs. But maybe because he blinked halfway down the back straightaway, because he's there, then he's not, and then hello again, and it's basically like a bunch of net code, and man, that's a tough one. That truly is. That's... Oh. I don't know if Morrow's going to be out. I don't know if he used a quick fix. Probably did. So no, this will be his last one, I believe.
Yes.
Oh, man. So we're going to talk to Kyle now, are we?
Yeah, why not? Hello.
Hello. Hey, Kyle. So if you guys have about 5 or 6 more cautions here, Mark Koshik is going to get back on the lead lap. Are you worried about that guy? Because he pulls a lot of different strategy cards.
I'm not worried about that. It'd be nice for him to get back
Oh,
to the lap.
oh, okay. So how's your truck handling? You made a really good charge. You got up to the front. I thought you might ride behind Dakota for a few laps, and then you just went to attack mode. You're like, I'm up in second now. I'm going for the lead. So how's that truck handling? Looks like it's pretty good to me.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Different corners, different brake zones, and all of that. And I don't know. I'm still having a little bit more trouble going into turn one for some reason. If I brake too hard, it wants to break loose on me.
It looked as if you were bicycling it or double pedaling it going into turn one earlier on in the race. Were you doing that?
I was doing a little something. I couldn't tell you what I was doing.
Okay. You don't want to give away.
No, I'm still trying to get the hang of this track
Oh,
anyway.
okay.
You know, but I was having fun coming up through the field, trying to give everybody room and all that. These guys are fun to race with, and I know Jeff Gilmer behind me. He's pretty quick.
Yeah, he's hanging up there with. Doesn't really matter who's in front of him. It seems he can just throw an anchor or a fish hook right there and hang with them. So he seems to be just lurking at the moment.
Oh yeah, we on our last lap about to go green, bud.
Okay. Well, best of luck to you, Kyle. So hopefully we can speak to you a bit more later.
All right, guys.
Yes, I mainly talked. Kyle did not.
Yes.
Very depressing, I know.
It's okay. He pinched.
At times it's like, why do I even let you drag them up here if I can't even let them get an answer in, I guess. I mean, well, they do answer me, but I guess it's not as long as I hope, or I don't know anymore.
Hey, it's okay.
Everyone's different.
Yeah, so their stage break is probably going to come like 50 into 51, so...
Yeah, between 49 to 51, somewhere in that proximity.
Jesus, that
Hopefully.
pace truck kind of drives like Cameron, but we ain't going to say that.
Oh!
Anyway,
Wow.
Kyle.
I wonder if James is gonna... James was... Oh, he almost timed it perfectly. Did you see that?
Oh, yeah.
Almost got it. Gilmore, he almost got it as well, but not quite. Oh, James there had a bit of a slip up. Jason got underneath him. I tell you, some of these restarts seem to be quite exciting. That's for sure.
Oh, yeah, the restarts are always exciting. You know that. Oh, Anderson, I guess he's going down the pits.
Something must be awry with the 023 machine. And those Hooters on that Hooters.
Appropriate, sir.
Yep, apparently. And Josh Small trying to really stick it on that outside. Look at Gino. Oh my goodness. He is slicing and dicing coming up through the field.
Oh, yeah.
Him and Dakota both. They're both like holding my beer.
Those boys got the track jotted down, so... You see Philip Bridgman there. Having to use... Oh!
Yeah, he got a
Man!
bit out of shape coming into turn 2. And that just left the door wide open for both Dakota and Gino. He's going to lose 2 spots because of that hiccup.
Hey, Gino,
And
that's
Gino-
the same thing what happened to Phil. But... You gotta use the brakes, and then... Because you don't want to murk the guy in front of you, I guess. Oh, Josh! Oh,
You mean like that?
Nelly. Well, sir, I'm just going to pretend I didn't see that. But anyway... But anyway, Josh Small is Philip Bridgman coming to the side by side. Philip is at his quarter. Does Josh know he's there? Probably not, but as for
I love-
Josh, we love you, Josh.
I love how after he plowed him into the corner, he slammed on the brakes. Not like way before. He didn't even. It's it's as if Josh kind of forgot what part of the track he's at. Like,
Gateway's tricky though.
oh, it is. Yes,
It's
for sure.
very, because one part of the track you'll have grip, the next one you got to change, and and like you said, it's very momentum based. So if you can carry the momentum through the whole race, then that's it. I mean, it's your race to win. As you see there, Coleman-Springer keeping Gino down to the bottom. Gino
Almost had a coming together.
Oh yeah, they did. And you know, and I know Jim is a really
Oh man, yep,
hard competitor.
yep. Jim holding him tight. He's holding him really honest.
Oh yeah, Jim ain't gonna
Yeah, but
give
Gino-
up early.
Gino's like, I'll try it again. Oh, Anderson's one lap down now, so that's going to be trouble for Mark if he wants to try to get more laps back here.
Boy, something happened to that 85. I wonder if he didn't use a quick fix when he went to the pits.
Well, he didn't get a lot of damage. He just, like I said, he kind of springboarded off of the 71 and went back straight again. So that could be what that damage is. Could be a bit of black and purple rubbing with that purple and green, pink and green, whatever.
That's because you're looking at Gino here, because he's got purple on his car. Truck, sorry. Boy, Gino! Boy, he gets a run in turns.
Well, some drivers are just able to drive it deeper into these
Cliff.
turns than others.
Lock
Oh
down.
man, and around again goes the 10 of Ashley. Is this going to bring out a caution? It doesn't look so.
Off
So,
track, so I do
yep.
believe he'll keep
And
it
it
green.
looks like he locked it down as well, avoiding that inside retaining wall, so that is good.
Oh yeah, that's always a good thing. Well, come on. You see Adams
Well,
there
yeah,
trying to
don't-
hug the bottom. What happened?
I assume he's already wasted one quick fix, don't want to waste the other, you know?
Yes. And unfortunately for Gino, he had to use two, so
Yeah, I suspect he's already blown through both of them, yes. So in about 4 laps or so, we will get the comp caution for the halfway mark. Re-rack them, restack them, and go back at it again here shortly.
oh yeah.
I tell you, Gilmore hasn't really fallen too far off of Kyle Heath's pace. He's been at that 0.4 of a second, about a half a second gap. This little run here that we've had since we went back green. So just like we were talking to Kyle, it seems like he is just able to stay with anybody. But like you said, rhythm. You just got to keep up that rhythm, that momentum. Just got to keep it going. Both the Bryans inside the top 5 in 3rd and 4th position. Gino back up inside the top 5 after he got past Adams there. So
James there,
Looks
set
like-
to P3.
Ashley didn't lose too much time. He got back going again. He's only 15 seconds back, so not too bad.
As Gino makes a hard charge on Dakota. Back there.
He might get him before the comp caution. But at the same time, I would just kind of almost want to take it a little bit easy. But now Gilmore kind of just rolling off the pace now. And caution is out. 4th caution of the night. Comp caution
All
of
three.
the night as well. Well, no, NASCAR adds stage cautions to the caution counter, so if you're being realistic, it's counted as the 4th caution of the night.
Oh, okay.
Anytime you slow the pace, you got to count it,
Hey, right.
I guess. I mean, man, pit road must be open dead away. Look at that. I guess that's another euphemism for right away. Anyway, sorry, you guys try to get or make their cautions as slim as possible, I guess you could say. And looks like Kevin Roy's gonna stay out here, and possibly someone else. No, that is the 2 lap down mobiles of Austin Anderson and Mark Koshik. So I wonder if Mark is going to try to get a wave around. Oh no, he can't because Kevin stayed out.
Heath. Oof, what a battle. Great battle coming off the pit road. As Kevin Roy stays out. Oh, he's going in the pits. That wonderful St. Louis Heart in the back there. Cossack now 5 laps down. There you go. Slowly but surely he's getting it. Great, wonderful view of the old mountain there. I like these camera views because you actually be able to get to see the whole scenery back there and all that other good stuff, that's for sure. So Cossack will get waved around the pace car there. Kyle Heath is going to bring these gentlemen back green. So we'll do our favorite segment of the night on lap 55. Dakota in the pits. Heath, Gilmore, James, Gino, Jason, Phillip, Jim, Josh, Tyler, Hurwitz, and Cliff. Reminder, guys, fresh tires. As Kyle Heath goes back, takes the green. As he's got Gilmore to his quarterback. Quarter-second back. As James now tries to hold off the 71 of Gino. He's going to let Gino go by there. And you got Coleman-Sperger, Adams, Bridgman, and Smalls calling the lineup here as they come to lap 55. I'll get another lap. Jim Coleman-Sperger is sitting P5. Great run of the night for him. That's for sure. The drivers all single file adapting. Tyler Myers there in the 8th on the Paul Menard's machine.
Sir, it's just Menards.
Yeah, you're right. I forgot.
Well, fifth caution is out of the evening. Gonna have to see what transpired here. Oh, Kevin Roy, say it ain't so.
I will not go. Turn the lights off. Turn me
No,
on.
that's
Oh,
no. Was not thinking of Blink 182.
I was.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh.
Well, I wonder if he just got a little loose there, or
Maybe committed back to the power a bit too soon there, or cold tires, or... Man, just like we mentioned earlier with the Dakota and Gino incident, there's so many things could have went into... Oh, man.
yeah, are you dizzy yet? No? Okay, good. We're going back. But anyway, it's okay. Poor Kevin. That's alright, Kevin. Stay strong. You'll be alright.
Well, he's got 2 quick fixes, so he could throw one of them on there.
Oh.
We may not want to pull him in just yet. He is going into the pits.
Oh, yeah.
You know it says Darlington on the banner?
What?
Or on the name? It says Darlington on the nameplate.
Oh, that's right. I forgot to switch that. Why did I put it Darlington?
I don't... Is that why you were asking me earlier?
Yes.
Oh.
I thought that's where they were racing at. My bad.
Just because you think Darlington and Gateway are similar doesn't mean it's the same place. You're funny.
Always funny.
Shame on me for letting you get away with that for like 58 laps, because it's been that way for a while. Anyway. Yeah, earlier you're asking me, you know, is it... Oh, okay, you're still trying to bring in Jim.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and talk to him real quick. Hello. It is Jim we're looking for.
What's happening, brother?
How are
Hey.
you, sir?
I'm shitty, but I'm... Oh, sorry. I'm okay.
Having a crappy day at it, are we? Okay, well, Jim. Well, too bad you're stuck in the cockpit view of the racecraft, because I was going to say, you know, just look on your hood and you could have a brighten up day. But anyway, so how's the truck handling out there for you, Jim? I believe the highest you were was position number 5 earlier on. So how's that truck handled?
It's not bad. I mean, you can mess it up real easy if you over drive your turns and stuff. It's all rhythm. Once you get into a rhythm, I think it's okay. I'm actually having fun, even though I'm not really going anywhere, but I kind of like it.
Well, at least you're having fun. That's what matters here. And are you experiencing what some of your competitors are as well, a little bit loosey-goosey coming off the corners on the fresh tire?
Yeah, a little bit. I don't want... If you come up a little higher in the turn, it takes it away.
Does it also seem to go away once you get more grip on the tire, or do you still have to take care of it on the exit?
Yeah, the longer you go on the tires, it seems it holds up better. But what happens then is you start pushing the front end a little bit. So you just got to be careful of that right front. But the lowest my right front was, not that we had a lot of runs, but on that one run was like 85.
Jim, do you think we'll see an extended green flag run tonight?
Not if they keep doing this crap.
Well, it is the 5th caution of the night. I believe you might get doubled up here, so best of luck to you, Jim, and hopefully we can talk to you more later, man.
All right, man. Be good and be well.
Yes,
You
sir.
too. I like that. Be good and be well.
That's the classic Jersey talk. That's what we used to tell everybody back home. All right, be good, be well.
Well, get the restart here at lap 61, 5th caution of the night. 4 if you only count for incidents. 1 if you only count for comp cautions.
What's that sign
What's-
say over there? Oh, sorry, I was just trying to read the sign
That's the
going.
highway.
Yeah, no. I'm on a
That's a
highway.
I think you're
Oh,
thinking of life as a highway.
Yes.
Okay, there
Life
you
is a
go.
highway. Thank you.
The song it sounded like you were singing was I Am a Highway by Chris Cornell, but
Probably,
I-
probably. But that's
I-
right, we're getting back.
I
ready
knew
to
what
go
you were
green.
getting at.
Yes.
Yep, Morrow made his way back up into second,
Look at that
and
St. Louis Arc and his
early-
finger in the back.
we've already mentioned that, Brian.
Oh.
Dakota has driven his way back up towards. He is inside the top 5. Excuse me. He on the previous caution before last, he went in and topped off before the green flag. So he has, without a doubt, the most fuel of the front runners. I don't think I feel kind of like Jim here. If they don't get the stuff sorted out, we aren't gonna see any green flag shenanigan pit stops.
Well,
So
4 more cautions, and Cossack ends up coming back to the
Ye-
lead lap here. So
yep, if your sim crashes or whatever transpires to make you not
engine
grid up
change.
initially.
Oh.
Well, yeah, we could say that. Sure, totally. Whatever happens to make you miss the start of the race, and I guess they always say it's not over till it's over. So get back in it.
Philip
you know.
Richmond on the outside there. Oh,
Yep,
the
gotta
loose. He saved her. Good save, Phil.
Excellent save by the 40 machine. Indeed, I think he also might have kept it off that inside wall. The infield cameras here that look towards the track are a bit deceiving at times, but I do kind of agree with you, Brian. I do like them, but they can be a bit deceiving. Not sure if he was able to keep her off the wall or not. As much as they've been running up there just above that inside lane, that I guess you would want to call it the medium lane. It's not quite the high lane, but
Go kart.
yes. They also do competition drifting at Gateway as well, along with Texas Motor Speedway. There's a handful of NASCAR sanctioned tracks that the North America Drifting Competition Series goes to, but Gateway is one of them.
Right.
They have a YouTube channel, and I peeked in on one of their broadcasts one day, and I'm like, oh, look, it's Gateway. And it was weird because they started right at like the pit exit wall, and they came down like into this little infield section, and then they went back out onto the track. It was all crazy. You'd have to see it to understand it, I believe. But maybe here in a handful of laps or a few laps, we could go back to the crank it up portion, since we didn't kind of get to. There was one of those pesky cautions that came out, so right as we were about to do our crank it up portion. Oh, Jim Coleman'sberger sending it down the inside of Jason Adams. Great move here, but also got the 10 coming along with him. Maybe Ashley gives the bump to Coleman'sberger to help get along Jason Adams. Nope, he thinks better of it. there is Hurlbut in the number 7 machine. Philip Bridgman trying to make a decent recovery after getting lopsided out of turn 4, and the 10 giving the 11 a good bump, even though the number 10 comes before the 11 in the number order. But I guess if you count backwards. Anyway, so, man, good battles all around here, and this is just for, 7th position on back to 12th. You've got Ashley, Colemansberger, Adams, Hurlbut, Small, Bridgman, and Myers. He's 2 seconds back, so don't worry about him. 2.5. But at the rate these guys are brawling, Myers is sure to run them down eventually. Bridgman had to get out of the throttle for some odd reason. Couldn't quite see. He was just out of the shot, but possibly could have got loose again, or maybe just had one of these play argy-bargy with him, as Ashley has disposed of Jim, and Jim is trying to keep Adams right behind him.
Oh, yeah. Like that.
So, Bryan and Anderson, James Bryan and Austin Anderson are probably the next 2 closest competitors. If you're not talking about this battle pack back here, just inside the top 10. Man, it's including just outside and inside the top 10 as far as that goes. This track, very awkward, like you said. There can be multi-lanes, but it's very tricky, as Jim said. There's an art to running towards that outside on the exit of the corners, or just also on the entry, I guess you could say. You could do some weird diamonding with these corners because of how awkwardly you have to attack the entry.
Oh, yeah. You see Josh Small's getting a great run on the 7 to get to his outside. And there's Phil. Just cruising. Tyler Myers now gaining some speed there.
And he's breezing. He is bringing Cheswick with him. I wasn't trying to say breathing. I was trying to say bringing.
7:28 side by side. Feels like, all right, you two, make up your mind here. I have the 8 coming fast. I don't know. If I'm Phil, I'll just go with whatever lane that I feel comfortable in and go that way. Check up by the 7. Myers gets into the back of the 7.
And that made Cheswick really slam on the binders. I think perhaps we're going to have some damage indeed on the back of the 7 and maybe the front of the 8.
Indeed, I do believe.
You know, if you do want to do a crank it up portion before this race is over, we're going to have to do it soon.
75.
Oh, okay. And it just seems like
6,
time
7, 8. There you go.
Just seems like time is slowly running out for Koshik to get those cautions to getting back on the lead lap, but still a lot of time, just over 25 laps to go here, so anything is bound to happen in a stock car race.
Oh yeah, never doubt the least.
Anderson was able to drive away from James, or something maybe went awry with James. Lost a lot of ground to Anderson. Anderson, like I said, either able to drive away or something happened to the 52, but nevertheless, Anderson trying to make up some ground on the second place man. Morrow, right on the back door of Heath now.
Oh yeah.
one of the Bryans, I believe it was James, got a bit wide going through 1 and 2 this previous lap. And Josh Smalls almost tagged the wall there. As I hope everybody was ready for us to come back to voice. If you did crank it up, if not, hey. Oh man, Kyle Heath down into 3rd spot. Morrow and Anderson both have got around Kyle Heath. So, a lot has transpired here. Anderson really on attack mode as he was able to drive away from James earlier in the run here. Well, about 10 or so laps ago, I suppose. I love that or so tonight.
Yep. As they come to 21 laps to go.
Yep. Kyle Heath must have really wore his stuff out here, or wasn't able to save just enough he needed, perhaps, Brian.
That is quite possible, Will. That's probably exactly what happened.
Anderson is right on the heels of Morrow.
That he is.
So maybe Anderson, double A here, has been saving some stuff just for this occasion. 20 laps to go.
Well, do they have might? Oh no, they should be good to the end of the race now.
Yes, I believe they are.
Oh, you believe. You're not going to assume.
Well, you know.
You know, we're not allowed to do that because, you know,
Yeah, broadcasters don't assume. They know, yeah. Anyway. As much as I somewhat respect Jeff Burton, I don't want to be Jeff Burton, though. Anyway.
There's nothing wrong with old Jeffy.
Sir, he blinks a lot.
Oh! But anyway, Gino.
I'm not saying that that's bad or nothing. I'm just saying all the hard hits he's taken in his career, the concussions and whatnot. But
Hey, he's taken a lot of hard hits in his life. Time of NASCAR. So, anywho, 18 to go.
Anderson all over Gino, trying to find better rhythm or momentum or grip or just trying to find some way around that 71 machine there of Gino.
Yeah, Kyle fell 4 seconds off. Ooh. Yeah, I wonder if he ate his stuff up a little bit too early, Will.
Well, it's a good possibility. Kyle said he was struggling, even though it looked like he wasn't, but great possibility. Anderson going way downstairs here in turn 1. Is it going to be able to pull through, though, in the center? No, Gino's going to have that momentum off that high lane down the back straightaway. And he's going to try going into 3, and Gino's shutting that door. So I suppose, Austin, if you are going to try to get around Gino here, possibly go around the outside, even though he's giving you all that bottom. If that is in turns 1 and 2. He didn't really give it to you in 3 and 4, but...
Yeah.
A good race here towards the end between these two competitors, Morrow and Anderson, as they have about a 6-second lead over the nearest rival, that is Kyle Heath, as Anderson takes a peek again, but isn't close enough.
Well, we're coming up on like 15 to go, so is this the time where Anderson should start trying to rough up Gino
Still a long way to go. 15 laps around here, about a 34, 35 or so second lap, maybe 36 with tire fall off perhaps. I'm not out there on the track, so I couldn't tell you. But, you know, it's, I would just, if I can't, I would just wait till maybe the white flag, or you know, just settle for second. Be very gentleman about it. I mean, there's so many ways. You know, wait for your competitor to make a mistake. Apply enough pressure. There's so many ways that a racing driver, a sim,
but anyway, yes.
But there's like I was explaining. There's just so many ways that you could go about getting the win or trying to get by your competitor.
Oh yeah.
Man, Kyle Heath just falling way down now. He is in 5th position, and Clinton Ashley is about to overtake him. It looks like, or is at least coming up on him. Oh man, extreme fall off from someone who somewhat helped lead portions of this race. He sure had a quick truck at some of the going, but apparently not. Apparently had a medium length run truck, not a long run truck. Apparently tonight. And Morrow and Anderson are having a brawl. Anderson trying to get around on that bottom. Looks like he's finally going to have the momentum. Not sure if there was contact made earlier in the lap or not, as we were focusing on Heath. Looks like Morrow's going to try to get a run back at him, though. I think Morrow, he's been a competitor or a driver at least all night who has been able to really drive it in deeper into the corners than most of his other competitors. So, gonna have to see if Morrow's gonna have anything for him here, or oh man, Morrow, he's 2 seconds back now.
He's in the pits.
Oh, Morrow pitted. So late, man. Oh wow.
I want to go back and see what had occurred. Sorry. Because we want to see how... Okay, so right there. So here he already had it underneath. They were side by side.
Yeah, I saw their position change, and I'm like, holy moly, they're battling. But maybe Morrow, he was just trying to stay in the lead as long as possible, but he eventually had to pit.
And then I think... Now, he might have gotten loose. Find out. Yeah, because it was coming into... Nope, he had a pit. As we come back here, 8 to go, Will.
I believe Hurlbut had to pit as well. He is a lap down.
Anderson, Gilmore, and...
So...
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, so potentially going to have some pitters here towards the end of this race. But like you're saying, Anderson, Gilmore, Bryan, Dakota Bryan, that's the top 3. Ashley, who has had a lot of trouble tonight, and he's got a top 5 at the moment. Coleman's Jim there in 5th. He's having a tremendous night. Jason Adams, like you mentioned, he's pitting. That whatever strategy these guys were on obviously didn't go their way, or maybe perhaps cautions did not fall their way. You know, perhaps maybe Kyle backed off to save. Maybe.
That could be.
I don't know. I don't know anymore. I'm just so lost. Of course, that's what happens whenever you don't think they have to pit again.
Oh! The old tail snapper.
Oh! Well, he was running Gilmore down, I would have to say, but indeed he had a moment coming out of turn 2, and it just went right to that wall.
Well, this is about to be the battle for third.
It is the battle for third as the 10 looks inside. And, ooh, very close. No contact was made, I believe. And, oh, well, the camera
Changed
Nice.
on us.
apparently we didn't want to see that anyway.
Oh, there we go. Now we're back. Too late after move already. Anywho, Anderson's
4
got
laps
the 10
to
second
go.
lead.
Yes, he may have a 10-second lead, but does he have enough gas in the closing laps?
That's the key, Will. Does he?
I don't know, does he?
I don't know. Well, if we see Gilmore start running them down, then we know what happened.
Indeed. Where's he at on track? He about to cross that start finish line to get 2 to go, ain't he?
I do believe so.
Oh, yep. 2 laps to go. Well, I would have to say pretty good night for Anderson. Qualified on pole. I do believe he was the pole man.
I do.
101
believe so.
laps. I mean, that was such a long time ago. But Anderson looking to get the win here tonight from the pole as he takes the white flag. May or may not get past that 8 machine of Myers.
So second and
So-
third just crossed the line.
Yes,
So-
on our little handy dandy track map there. That's nice. I like track maps. As he's coming through turns 3 and 4 for the final time here in the SRU Truck Series, Austin Anderson in that 023 will take the victory here tonight. And looks like Ashley and Brian are having a dogfight for this third position. Ashley on the outside holding strong. Oh, Dakota got into him, made him a little bit loose. But the 10 of Ashley will bring it home in third place. Wow, what a fight for third as Kevin Roy got past Kyle Heath on the final lap for 6th position. Morrow got past James. Something happened to James. He lost a few spots there on that final lap. Ashley coming up to give a congratulatory bump to Gilmore. Hello there. 10 seconds, man. Holy moly. Austin Anderson, I guess you could say, kind of put a whooping on the rest of the field as far as gap goes. Oh, look at the fireworks! Oh, wow. Wow. Wow, they were... Bruh. Come on, iRacing. They literally lasted the length of a cool down lap. They were like, poo, 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 and that was it. Like, wow. Austin Anderson, Jeff Gilmore, Clifton Ashley, Dakota Bryan, Jim Coleman-Sperger. That's the top 5. Kevin Roy, Kyle Heath, Josh Small, Philip Bridgman, Gino Morrow. That rounds out the top 10. Robert Cheswick, James Bryant, Tyler Myers, Keith Hurlbut, Jason Adams, Mark Koshik, and Paul Coheen did not start, unfortunately. Wasn't able to grid. But Jeff Gilmore, did you pull him in yet?
I'm doing it now.
Oh, okay. You were like, well, this guy won't shut up, so.
Hello, Jeff. You got a copy?
Yes, sir, boys. How's it going?
Going pretty good. You were having a pretty good run. You were just able to stay with whoever there on the little short to medium runs. And then this last run here, 10-second difference between you and first. Were you having to save some fuel there towards the end, Jeff, or just wasn't able to keep pace towards that extremely long run that we had there at the end?
Kind of. Me and Austin and a few others actually pit there on that last caution, topped up. I know it was a short one. We had 3 or 4 laps there, caution to caution, but we topped up as we knew we needed it. It was before that last caution, we were about 5 laps short, so on fuel. So there was a handful of us that did top up. I don't think I could have stayed with. I mean, I was ahead of him, but I had an issue with the truck there and lost some time. He got by, and yeah, he said he set sail. He was gone. Couldn't stay with him. He's definitely faster on the longer run. There was a couple guys there faster on the long runs, but had enough fuel to make it, so worked out.
Yes, sir, it did. You did very good tonight, up and down, back and forth. Yeah.
Jeff, what would you summarize? Oh, I'm sorry, Jeff. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, yeah, it was a good race, good fun run.
How would you summarize, like, you were having some good battles with some of your competitors out there. How would you summarize the racing tonight, Jeff?
Yeah, clean air seemed to be really good. If you were out front, it was really hard to pass. You really had to wait for a guy to kind of miss the turn a little bit or get loose, exit a 2, and capitalize on a mistake from somebody. That was really the only way I saw anybody really passing. So I mean, it was pretty standard. Other than that, for tires, they seemed to last pretty good for a long run. I mean, we did the whole about 40 lap run there at the end, so 45 laps, something like that. So it wasn't too bad.
Well, Jeff, maybe anything else you'd like to add about tonight's race, or maybe give some shout-outs?
Yeah, I'll shout out the SRU League again there. It was good fun. I missed the Wednesday night race there with the Xfinity. I wish I had made it to Dover. It's one of my favorite tracks, but when we see them out this coming Wednesday, and definitely be back next Friday. So SRU, thanks boys for putting it on, and I want to thank you guys for the broadcast again. Watched the broadcast back later last week. It was great job by you guys there. So we appreciate that.
Thank you, Jeff.
Yes, sir. And the Can-Am, my teammates, but they've yet to make it out to a Friday night, so I'm solo again. Once they get their summer in order, hopefully they'll start coming out.
Yes, sir. Well, congratulations tonight on a good run, and best of luck to you next week.
Thanks again. Good luck to you guys, too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Austin, you got a copy?
Yes, sir. What's going on?
How's it going?
Hey. So, Austin.
Yes, sir.
You sat on the pole, and you kind of just never really left, I guess you could say, that top 5 presence. You were racy all night. you want to walk us through the pole lap real quick?
Well, pole lap. I mean, just watching the guys in practice and seeing how they're cutting times and figuring out what would work best. I've never ran this track before tonight, and just maintaining momentum really, and then towards the end of the runs, having to shift in each corner. I feel like that's what everybody else was doing and getting big runs, and I just stayed in it. I lost a lap, had passed the leader, got a black flag, and figured I'd stick around and see how it all played out, and I guess it worked out.
That's why you had to come down pit road after it went green.
Yes, sir. Yeah, sure did. Yeah, I got lucky with another caution after that, but had to serve it under green. I had forgot you had to do that too, so it's been a minute since I've been on, but yeah, everything worked out, man.
Well, mistakes are okay to be made because we're only human. So
yeah, that's right.
You were able to redeem yourself from that. You never raced here before, you said, but you won by 10 seconds. Explain to me how you did that.
It just staying consistent, man, and figuring out when I finally got the lucky dog and just running in the pack. That's when I kind of picked up on the shifting. I'd been doing it in 1 and 2, but 3 and 4 I hadn't been doing it at all. And then, I got lucky with a wreck coming out of 4. Just barely dodged that, and that kind of opened the gap to where I could get to 3rd. And then just put my head down and tried to focus, make my marks, and caught up to the 2 guys battling. And I think they were so caught up in that it was allowing me to catch them. And then I believe it was Gino that he put up a real good fight, but I think he was short on fuel. And that played into my strategy too. When we had that last caution, I got my lap back. I went ahead and pitted again. I figured to get lucky and go green. This seemed like a track where you can get long green runs in, and everything just kind of played out in my favor. And then once he pitted, I just tried to stay consistent. Because it's hard to chase yourself when you're leading. You ain't got nothing to chase. So just consistency. That's really what I attest it to.
Well, nevertheless, congratulations on somewhat of a dominating performance and win after coming back from penalty, being lapped down, and just having to drive up through the field. Another quick question. You said you were shifting in 1 and 2, but not in 3 and 4. It wasn't until later in 3 and 4. Was it because you heard from your competitors that they were doing that, or could you tell as you were trying to make your way through the field that they were shifting?
You could just see it when they'd come off the corner in 4. They were just gapping me unless I'd hit it perfect, and we got the tire wear was so dominant here that I figured that'd be the only way that you could really get that type of run coming off the corner. And just playing around, man. I mainly race dirt. Asphalt's kind of just messing around for me, but I think that's where I get it from, is just trying different things all the time. And maybe it works out, maybe it doesn't, but the good thing is the track stays the same here, and I can just try different lines and different strategies and different things like that. And like I said, everything just played out, man. It looks like a dominating performance, but I don't want to.
Well,
humble.
I know there
was
other leaders throughout the race. You had Gino and Kyle Heath. You had Dakota at one point. Like there was others, but at the end of the day, you won by 10 seconds, so I had to call it something.
Yeah, I hear you.
Is there anything else you might want to add about tonight's festivities, or maybe give some shout-outs, Austin?
Yeah, well, I just want to thank these guys for allowing me to come in the league. I don't know one person in this league. I didn't even have the Discord before 5 minutes ago. I just hopped in a recruiting race a couple weeks ago and seemed like fun, so went at it, and want to thank my team, Imperial Motorsports. I got a good group of guys over there. They showed me how to race asphalt a few years ago, and all that going on. And my sponsor, W5 Ranch, he's out there in Texas. He puts food on the table for my family. good friend of mine, Chris Warren. Appreciate him and just everybody that's watching. Hopefully it's a lot, and hopefully it wasn't too boring of a race. It seemed like there was some passing going on, and definitely a long one. Definitely a long one, but just appreciate you guys for putting it on. Appreciate y'all letting me be here, and we'll try to do the same thing next week.
Well, Austin, I'm sure if you got any of your teammates or any of your friends that want to come and be a part and join with you, I'm sure that door is open as well. These guys, me and Brian here, we've been covering the SRU Truck Series for 4 seasons now. 3.
Yes.
I think this
4.
makes our 4th season covering them, and these are a bunch of good group of guys. I can't really say nothing wrong about them because they each kind of have their own racing mentality, their own driving styles to them, and that's what I love about them. And eventually, yeah, they might have a point in the race where they have a couple of cautions or what you might think is a few too many, but they eventually also have great racing as well. And that's what you always look forward to and look to see in any type of racing league. And I'm sure coming from your dirt background really helped you tonight with your throttle control as well, Austin. So
yeah, I definitely did.
More congratulations.
I appreciate it, man. It's a good way to start the season. I missed last week for me, so this is the start of my season. But hopefully, I can consistently keep racing, and we'll just keep trying to put on a good show because that's what it's all about.
Well, best of luck to you next week, Austin, and yet again another congratulations. So hopefully you have a good celebration tonight.
I sure do appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, if you want to close us out for the night, go ahead and.
Okie dokie then, Brian.
We can boot scoot boogie.
Oh, alrighty. Mr. Ashley doesn't feel like talking to us. That's all good. We would like to thank everybody who comes and tunes in and watches, gives us a look. It's much appreciated. Good city view there that we have aforementioned of the city skyline of St. Louis. Anyway, hope everybody enjoyed this awesome SRU Truck Series race at Gateway. It sure was an interesting one to boot, and we would just want to wish myself, William Roberts, and Brian Huntley over there. We would like to wish you guys a good night, a safe night, and a good rest of your weekend or day, whatever you're heading into. So good night.